We would like to start the ceremony by honoring all of our fallen comrades who are not with us this morning, because they've given the full measure of devotion to our country and to our beloved Corps. Only a few Americans choose the dangerous and necessary work of fighting our nation's enemies as a consequence of that choice. Some have paid the ultimate price, joining the honor roll of heroes who built the noble legacy of our Corps. For those of whom carry on that legacy, it is our obligation to honor those fallen Marines, as Marines gather in celebration of our history. We gather in the shadows of greatness. Though our fallen can no longer participate in our traditions, they will always be a part of us and who we are. Please rise for a moment of silence for our fallen comrades. Thank you. Please be seated. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Senior Marine Instructor, Weddington High School Marine Corps JROTC, Lieutenant Colonel Morgan, welcome to the 243rd birthday celebration of the United States Marine Corps. Please rise for the marching of the official party and remain standing for the marching of the colors and the playing of the national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, the guest of honor, Mrs. Janice Bowers and the Senior Marine Instructor, Lieutenant Colonel David Morgan.
Present. Sword.
Forward. Hold your hold. Ready, dismiss. Ready, step.
Thank you. Please be seated. On November 1st, 1921, John A. Lejeune, 13th Commandant of the Marine Corps, directed that a reminder of the honorable service of the Corps be published to every command, to all Marines throughout the globe, on the birthday of the Corps. Since that day, Marines have continued to distinguish themselves on many battlefields and foreign shores, in war and peace. On this birthday of the Corps, therefore, in compliance with the will of 13th Commandant, Article 38, United States Marine Corps Manual, edition of 1921, is republished as follows.
On November 10, 1775, Corps of Marines was created by a resolution of Continental Congress. Since that date, many thousand men have borne the name Marine. In memory of them, it is fitting that we who are Marines should commemorate the birthday of our Corps by calling to mind the glories of its long and illustrious history. The record of our Corps is one which will bear comparison with that of the most famous military organizations in the world's history. During 90 of the 146 years of existence, the Marine Corps has been in action against the nation's foes. From Battle of Trenton to the Argonne, Marines have won foremost honors in war and in long eras of tranquility at home. Generation after generation of Marines have grown gray in war in both hemispheres and in every corner of the seven seas, that our country and its citizens might enjoy peace and security. In every battle and skirmish since the birth of our Corps, Marines have acquitted themselves with the greatest distinction, winning new honors, and each association until the term Marine has come to signify all that is highest in military efficiency and soldierly virtue. This high name of distinction and soldierly repute, we who are Marines today have received from those who preceded us in the Corps. With it, we have also received from them an eternal spirit which has animated our Corps from generation to generation, and has been the distinguishing mark of the Marines in every age. So long as the spirit continues to flourish, Marines will be found equal to every emergency in the future as they have been in the past, and the men of our nation will regard us as worthy successors to the long line of illustrious men who have served as soldiers of the sea since the founding of the Corps. John A. Lejeune.
The inspiring message of our 13th Commandant has left its mark in the hearts and minds of all Marines. By deed and act from Guadalcanal to Iwo Jima, from Incheon to Korean armistice, in intervention from Lebanon to the Dominican Republic, and from the opening battles in Vietnam to combat operations in Iraq and Afghanistan. Marines have continued to epitomize those qualities which are their legacy. The success which they have achieved in combat and the faith they have borne in peace will continue. The Marine Corps' birthday cake cutting ceremony is important to all Marines, as it is an annual renewal of each Marine's commitment to the Corps, and the Corps' commitment to our nation's quest for peace and freedom worldwide. The birthday cake is traditionally cut with the Mameluke sword as a reminder that we are a band of warriors committed to carrying the sword so that our nation may live in peace. The Mameluke sword gets its name from the cross-hilt and ivory grip design similar to swords used for centuries by Ottoman warriors. The Marine Corps tradition of carrying this sword dates from Lieutenant Presley O'Bannon, a assault of Derna Tripoli in 1805, where he is said to have earned the sword from the governor of the city. It is customary on the Marine Corps' birthday worldwide for Marines to cut a traditional cake in celebration of the birth of our illustrious Corps. The first piece of cake is given to the guest of honor, Mrs. Janice. The next piece of cake is given to the oldest and youngest cadet in the company. The oldest cadet in command is Cadet Second Lieutenant Sebastian Weidman. He was born on June 9th, 2000. The next piece of cake is given to the youngest cadet in the command, Cadet Private First Class Connor Kincaid. He was born on May 3rd, 2004.
Detail, attend.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the exit of the official party and remain standing for the playing of the Marines' hymn.
Sword. Order. Sword. Carry. Sword. Pose. March.
Ladies and gentlemen, the senior Marine instructor of the Weddington High School Marine Corps ROTC, Lieutenant Colonel David B. Morgan.
Hey, please be seated. Thank you. Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here. Dr. Jones, thank you for giving this opportunity to gather together and do this. Mr. Drexel, thank you for being here. Other staff members. Today's a special day. The Marine Corps, each and every year, they take an operational pause and they celebrate the birthday. You heard the word commitment in there a lot. I think that's important. That's what the Marine Corps tries to focus on. Hey, let's see where we are and let's commit to the future together as one unit. At least that's what they told us we're in the Marine Corps. Part of me thinks that the Marines just want to get together, dress up in their fancy uniforms and strut around, so that may be part of it. But I think also here at Weddington High School, we take this opportunity. I'd say this to the cadets as well. We have an opportunity to pause this morning. And I think what we have in front of us, and if we think about it, you have a great opportunity. And I know when you have an hour and a half of homework, and you may have an extracurricular activity, and you get home at 7 o'clock, and you still got to fight, like I said, the homework monster. Sometimes that opportunity gets lost. But I can tell you, having the opportunity to attend Weddington High School, one of the top comprehensive public high schools in the state, it'll give you a full chance to develop and become the full person that you are capable of being. I think that gives us a chance to focus on that today as well, so I hope we would do that. But also here's an opportunity each and every year to recognize someone special, to be our guest of honor. And we're honored today to have Miss Janice Bowers as our guest of honor. Now, I've known Janice for the Sergeant Major and I both the 5 years that we've been here. She works in guidance. She does something with Mr. Hart in the athletic department. I have no earthly idea what her real titles are. I could have looked them up, but I was too lazy. But you know, I got to thinking about it, and I said, if I had to bestow a title on Janice, it would simply be this, and that's doer. An absolute doer. I don't know anyone that I've worked here that does more and with a positive attitude than Janice. Whether it's in guidance, it's working with Mike in the athletics, or it's on the weekends when nobody sees her and she's here and she just simply gets the job done. I tried to think of a word or another one that came to mind besides doer, a little story to tell that might tell you a little what Janice means to the school. This one thing kept coming to my mind, so I just share this story with you real quick. And maybe us older people might remember this. Now, I'm a real finicky eater, so I don't try a lot of new foods, as my wife can bear witness to, the kids know. I'm a donut Diet Coke guy. But I've seen people that do this, and I've done it from time to time. They'll bring out a new food, and everyone will try it and say, hey, Aunt Martha made this. It's really good. Why don't you try it? Everybody gets a little fork and a spoon, and they try it. They put it in their palate, and they move it around the mouth, and they're like, they do this inevitably. Wow, that is really good. I wonder what's in it. And then they go back and forth. Maybe it's this, maybe that. And at the end of the day, every time it pretty much comes down to this. What's in it that makes it better is cinnamon. Janice, you are cinnamon at Weddington High School. We sprinkle you on something, and inevitably, it makes it better. And I thank you for that. I'd also tell our cadets, you can look to this young lady, and we talk about commitment all the time. She's committed to the school. She's committed to you. We talk about selflessness. She shows that every day. Comes in as selfless. She truly is committed to a cause that's greater than self. Janice, when I think about work ethic, I think of you. We always talk about it. You go out there and you see a log. She's the one that goes to it instinctively and picks up the heavy end of the log. While other people run to the other end. Janice, you've helped us. Every time I need something, I come to you. You selflessly do it. You set an example. You are a role model. I know what Dr. Jones, he's talking about, what you mean to the school. We're honored today. Thank you for what you do for us. Now, I want to talk to Janice simply about this. As leaders, sometimes we wonder where we are, how we're doing. I think one thing we don't do enough is, why don't we ask our customer or our end user? In this case, why don't we ask the students? We were talking about the ceremony. I mentioned that we considered Ms. Bowers as our guest of honor. This is what the students said. Absolutely. We want Ms. Bowers because she gets things done. She's the one that helps us. If we need anything, she's there. She makes our lives better. We can count on Mrs. Bowers. That was for the students, not myself. I'm not sure I can pay you any higher compliment than that. Janice, if I can quote Neil Young, thank you for being a Weddington High cinnamon girl.
prestigious moment. I'm shocked, flattered. My heart is so filled full of your act of kindness. I want to thank Lieutenant Colonel Morgan, Sergeant Major Brookshire, you guys, for your support and all your encouragement that you give this school and these students. They run an amazing program here, and we are very fortunate to have them with us. I would also like to thank my family and friends that are here joining me this special day. I was just telling a coworker how lucky I felt to work in the district here with my girls, and I've been in the school system for 19 years, and I've been here for 7 years, but it's allowed me the opportunity to have some of these cadets I've seen since kindergarten and elementary. Yep, there they are over there. And some of them, I've known you guys for 2 years, some of them 2 months over here. And you're just amazing. But it gives me the opportunity to do my role here at school as a guidance secretary and, you know, work with you in your pathway, getting results and your hard work and doing transcripts for colleges and working with the counselors to close the applications and get you to that destination. I'm always here. If anybody ever needs me to do anything, even if it's not what I'm supposed to be doing, I would. And anyway, I just want to thank everybody for believing in me. And it is forever a treasure with this, and it means more to me than I can sum it up in a speech. So thank you, everyone.
I just want to thank the parents again for not only being here today, but thank you for the support you give your child throughout the school year. They can run every study, they can do everything they want in education, and I've talked with numerous administrators. The biggest factor in young adult success is your support, and I thank you for that. I'd also be remiss if finally, as we approach Veterans Day, if I didn't take this opportunity to recognize the veterans here in the audience or those serving Sergeant Arnold on active duty. Just a moment, I'd like you to stand, but I'd like to, recognize one special veteran we have with us today. It is Miss Bowers' father, Mr. Ware Bowers, who served in the Korean War. Would you stand up along with all of us? Lastly, Dr. Jones, again, thank you for the opportunity. In my time in leadership positions about different things, one of the things that makes a difference in everyone's life is environment. If we get anything right at Weddington High School, it is that. Thank you, Dr. Jones. We get the environment right. Now, if you would, I'd like to ask you to join me all, go out the hallway, and let's have some birthday cake to celebrate. God bless you and something else.